Yeah. Vex.
This is Viking Space Doctor Darth Malgus. I have the artifacts of Vortal Crash.
Then he does whatever happened.
Enough blaster fire.
Has to be up there, isn't it?
Arrogance is
Squid. You arrived at last, each of you, if you are not with.
I wouldn't think a dog
Well, but one Vogel. As I still something.
This is an introduction of instruction video 1 for Merc healing. These loading screens tend to take forever to load in. Doesn't matter what computer you got. This is Athiss on the server Harbinger. Someone seems to have been moving forward a lot. Unless you have slicing, you usually want to do a Super Mario Brothers jump down these platforms. Usual thing as a healer you want to have set up is go into your preferences tab and click untarget by clicking the ground option on. Otherwise you will have to press escape, which tends to be time consuming when you actually need to keep your tank alive. Now most people will ask after you pick up the explosives, why is the marker there? Ever since 1.1, the marker has stayed there. It will disappear after you use the bombs on the door itself, or open it using the pylon, which is a 50 archaeology requirement. And that bug has still never been fixed involving the pistols. If you use unload on an enemy that's almost dead, or just about dead, it will glitch and continue to fire the gun. And before anyone asks where I got the armor, it is a Legacy level 20 requirement and costs over 1.1 million credits to obtain itself. It's bound to Legacy, so it can be exchanged between all characters, but only worn by bounty hunters.
It's come for us. They try to make conference. They worship some sort of Sith legend.
Most rooms can be avoided depending on whether or not the Juggernaut or other tank wants to attack everything in the room. Good thing for healers to take is if you notice that there are abilities such as threat reduction when you're healing, do take them as they do help keep you alive longer and keep the threat on the tank itself.
Our leader was a fool. The Republic sent us to this planet to learn, to see. And we have seen so much. We hear his voice in our minds.
First fight for this is usually to kill off the ads and then avoid her AoEs, which show up as purple bullseyes on the ground. They last between 5 and 10 seconds and add a poison dot, which makes healers really hard to heal the group. As you can see, it looks similar to someone vomiting on the floor. Lovely. Alongside that, she summons ads that will immediately attack the healer automatically, no matter what, given as you've seen right here. Usual thing is to have a Marauder or DPS interfere to keep the healer alive long enough for the tank to tank down those. Usual fight is just to tank down, DPS down all the ads, then jump back on the boss.
Have waited for 1,000 years. They will slay you and return to the stars.
I usually choose light side due to the fact I'd rather look normal rather than someone who looks like they have leprosy. Usual thing with healers is, for mercs, taking the residue bit for your Colto bomb usually increases it. Taking 2 points into it will leave a trail left behind that will increase healing incoming for allies. Usual thing to do is to toss one of those down near you while you're near the group, then run back, heal everyone else just in case you get hit. Usual thing is, you're healing yourself, you'll have increased healing coming towards you also.
Just like a hammer.
Next boss coming up after this requires the tank to tank up against a wall and the healer to heal them. Enemy can knock them back, usually off a balcony, and it'll pull extra adds onto the group, usually stressing the healer's ability to keep the tank and the group alive itself. Usual solution is to have partially during the fight, it'll summon adds, alchemical tutakas, and you want to have DPS intervene. Otherwise, they are going to run directly for the healer and kill them. Usual good thing to do is before a boss fight, ensure that you have at least 30 supercharges to use supercharged gas. When you use supercharged gas, there is no cooldown on your fast healing scan, and you can spam that on your tank if you get low on health. The coming up enemies after this room are all champion class. You usually can either A, avoid them, or B, stun one of them while killing off the other one that wanders the room. There are two that wander the rooms and are tanks themselves, class Juggernaut. Such as Mr. Temple Guardian over there. Now these two, when you pull them, they both will attack. You cannot stun one and avoid the other one, because as soon as you stun one of them, the other one will attack you immediately. We are in the final boss chamber's room. Two abilities he has that are detrimental to be able to counter is his Corrupting Force ability, which places a dot on an enemy which slowly drains their health, causing a burst at the end, similar to a Poison Nova. Anyone caught near it will be damaged also. A simple solution is to use a Purge. The Purges are not available until level 22 for most healer classes, so usually using Supercharged Gas plus Healing Scan on the person being affected helps the situation. His second ability is to place a tick on someone, which causes them to become the target of 4 invulnerable orbs that cannot be damaged whatsoever. The orbs themselves will follow you for 25 seconds until they disappear. The usual ability is to run up the stairs, bypassing them, luring them halfway up the stairs from the doorway, and then looping around and rejoining the group. This gives it enough time for them to disappear and you to be able to rejoin with minimal damage to yourself. This is to be practiced by also DPS and tanks. Leaving the room for this boss resets it immediately. So usual thing for people to do when you tell them to avoid the red orbs is they tend to run out of the room itself. Certain parts of his health, as I said, Crushing Affliction, which he places, damages you. Here he goes on stealth, he'll disappear, and someone will get a red tick. Seems I've gotten it. So here's an example. 2 summon there, 2 summon there. Usual thing to do is run up this railway. Get away from them quickly. No damage, avoid them. Got 13 seconds left on them. Loop around. Jump over the edge and rejoin the group. As soon as that tick is off you, they will disappear, which happens in about 2 seconds. Right there. Whenever someone gets that, they want to do what I just did, otherwise you'll have problems. Looks like little Mako is being injured. Vex is staying in the middle and letting herself get hit by them due to the fact they do not even hurt her anymore. Attacking these will, even though they are targetable, will not destroy them. They are invulnerable. Immune to damage, taunts, and all controlling effects. His other ability that I have not mentioned is at a certain amount of his health he will use an ability called Force Essence Drain, which stuns the enemy to a point where they cannot attack. Seems Mako now has the dots on her. We'll do this again, loop around. If you have a companion, you're running two-player with a higher level, and they have this on them, the taunt, you want to put them on passive mode so that they follow you rather than try to attack the orbs. Otherwise, they will just die. And that is the instance. Thank you for watching this video.